I guess I started running pretty much after my son was born. I was always athletic in high school and on sports teams. However, after my son was born in 2009, I was diagnosed with postpartum depression, and running became an outlet for me. I started out walking and just kept setting goals for myself and just kept taking that further and further. I bought a running stroller for my son, and we every day made an outing of going to the bakery first for a cookie, and then we, hit the road and kept on running. So that progressed. That was very therapeutic and helpful. But that became something that I wanted to set a goal for myself to then run a half marathon. So I signed myself up for the Hershey Half, because everyone runs for chocolate, and I worked towards that and continued to keep on training and setting goals for myself. And my son was still young at the time, so I drove myself out there by myself for my first race. And I can remember standing in my 10-minute pacing corral, just totally thrilled that I had actually made it there and was going to accomplish this. So that was my first real taste of a half. And after, of course, finishing the race and crossing the finish line, that became a bug. So I signed up for more races and continued to progress and continued to run half marathons probably twice a year. But after that point, I progressed with therapy and doctor's treatment for postpartum depression, but I still kept that running going. I went back to work after taking 2 years off with my son as a special ed teacher, and at that point then started coaching girls on the run. I love running, I love what that does, but I also wanted to bring that to girls in my school, so I did that. I then signed up as a soulmate and trained for a half marathon, superhero half, as Wonder Woman, and raised money for our Girls on the Run programs and to give girls the ability who could not afford to participate in the program scholarships so that they can be part of that program. So as a runner, I did that for several years and coached some of the girls. Not too long after that, I had seen an article in one of the local papers for an organization I run for that pairs runners with individuals with disabilities. And as a special ed teacher, that was something that, of course, touched a special place for me. So I looked into that, researched it more, and signed up to get paired with a buddy. So I Run For is an organization that pairs runners or walkers or athletes with some type of either physical disability or mental disability, and it gives you that ability to run for someone who can't necessarily run for themselves. So I waited on a waiting list for 7 months, and in October of 2016, I was paired with Julie. I happened to choose to be paired with either a child or an adult. So Julie is a mom of 3 who lives outside of Chicago. And that was huge. I Run For is a organization where not only do you run for this buddy, but you are part of a Facebook group. There's 45,000 members at this point. It started in 2013, and now they've had thousands and thousands of matches where I can log on at any point in time to this Facebook group and just see all of these, phenomenal things that are happening for individuals with disabilities, runners who are doing great things for bringing awareness to individuals with disabilities. And it's just the most powerful thing to see every morning when there's so much negativity in the world and so much not necessarily good that's happening. This is just the most special thing to see, and it gives me the chance to do something special for someone else. So every time I lace up my sneakers now, I run for Julie, not just myself anymore. So, when I go out a couple times a week, I take pictures, I take funny videos, I find things along the trails, and I post these pictures, and my miles are now for Julie. We recently moved back to the community last year, and we saw that there was this Main Street half, which, of course, you now live in this community, how can you not register for it? So I signed up to run this half, and it just so happened that the half was on the weekend of our 1-year match-iversary. So super awesome for myself and Julie, because this was the first half that I got to run for her. So that race was in the rain, and it was a little chilly, but it didn't matter because I was running that race for Julie on our 1-year matchiversary, which was just so special in my now hometown, which was just really great. And even better, my son was on the race course, which was a first. So that was really awesome as well.